AJ, we know you're the president of Ohio. That was a crown that was bestowed upon your head by Ryan Day, the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes. You had to give a speech. You had to do everything. If you were the president of Kentucky, I think the way you'd be speaking about what we're learning about what happened with Scottie Scheffler outside of the Valhalla Golf Club a day into a major happening there with the number one golfer in the world, I think you, as the president, would be embarrassed of your state and what's taking place. Now, there was a press conference earlier today by the Louisville mayor and everything else. They're going to continue this on to June 3rd, where he'll get arraigned, and they will let the law process kind of happen, is what the mayor said, which immediately everybody goes, what are we doing here? What are we even doing? And that was before we even saw the video of what happened that was just released. Now, remember, no body cams are on any of the police that were out there. Interesting. But there is a video from a telephone pole across the street. Now, there's two buses in between where the incident takes place and where the telephone pole is. So the original shot of this video is about 3/4 a bus, and then you got to look above it to see Scottie Scheffler and the incident with this cop who, I'll tell you what, there is no cop in America that's like, yep, that cop represents all cops. Because it's situations that happen with cops like this that make all other cops look like assholes. And now we know that in any profession, there's always going to be assholes. There's always going to be ego-driven people. Especially in that particular one, there's people that have a little heavier badge than other people that are in their profession. We have to understand that's how humans operate. Not all cops are bad. But whenever you hear something like this with the number one golfer in the world, in his description of what's taking place, in Jeff Darlington's description of what took place right in front of him, it's hard not to immediately assume that this is all bullshit, which the entire world did. Wait till you see the video. I don't know if everybody's got a chance to see it. Wait till you see the video. So what we're thinking happened here is there was a blocked road. Is this mic on? There is traffic stopped right down here because there was a terrible accident that took place in the morning where a member of the PGA Tour vendors or something that worked for the tournament, PGA Championship, ended up dying. So we're incredibly sad. This is not cool. This is a terrible situation that's taking place. Traffic is stopped here. Scottie Scheffler's car is about to come from over here. What we're thinking happened is somebody told him, oh, you're the number one golfer on earth. Yeah, you can go into the golf course at 6:01 a.m. to start your routine. This is the golf course right here, okay? Right? From what we've been told.
Right.
And a marked courtesy car as well. And a marked courtesy car that all the golfers are driving.
PGA Championship. Plus, Scottie Scheffler, number one golfer on earth in this tournament. Number one. Like, this is so this is him coming through here. Nicest guy on earth, Scottie.
Yeah.
Just to add on, hey, this guy's a wet blanket. He's boring. Everybody's saying it because he's the nicest human ever.
Correct.
There is no pizzazz about anything in his personal life because he is, once again, the nicest human on earth. Gotta have a rap sheet if he's going to be charged with a felony in Louisville, right? No! Actually, never got anything lower than an A in school. Like, that is who this human is. Here he comes driving in. PGA Championship car. He'll be pulling in from this particular side right here. Okay, here's his car. Bang. Who told him to get away? I don't know. Here's the cop running. He tries to smash the windshield. Now, did he get dragged? I don't know. I didn't see it dragging anywhere, which was in the police report. I don't know how his pants could be in any trouble unless he, and I think I saw Pompliano say this, unless he shit his pants.
Yeah.
And we're not 100% sure if that's the case. Maybe he did shit his pants running, jumping, trying to break the windshield. So now him and Scottie Scheffler are talking to each other. Scottie's probably telling him, I was told to go golf at a golf tournament, that I'm the number one golfer in the world. This is a major happening, actually. That's why I turned left here to get in. And they go, shut the fuck up. That's what they're saying. Now, we don't know if that's true. This is all alleged from us just watching this video.
Assume.
It gets so heated. They open the door. He reached in at one point trying to, I think, turn the car off. They open the door, drag him out, put him in cuffs, and then this is when we see Jeff Darlington's video of him getting walked to the police car saying, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then Jeff Darlington's video is recording the situation. And remember, that cop comes up to Jeff Darlington as he's recording. Yeah, and the cop goes, well, he's going to jail and ain't shit you can do about it. To the Jeff Darlington. Jeff Darlington's like, I'm a media member here. I'm a media. Oh, okay. So we understand that tensions are high. there was a very serious traffic incident that took place near there. But boy, from what we were told happened in a police report, which I think if you lie in is also, a pretty damning situation, to what we just saw and what we expected out of it. I mean, come on, man. We're in a time where people are allowed to just use common sense, I think. And if not, we have to get back to a time where people can just use common sense and go we're all moving on here. Yeah. The cop certainly is going to be embarrassed by the whole world. Hopefully.
Yeah, forever.
That's hopefully what's that. He needs to get better. Okay, Scottie, you need to get better whenever somebody's running next to you at 6:01 a.m. in the dark while it's raining with lights everywhere and you're turning in and he tries to hit your windshield. Maybe you stop a little bit nicer so you can catch his body on your car because he is chasing you down. But can we not? This is tough. This is a tough look for Louisville as a whole here, I think.
Look how fast Scottie's going. I remember Jeff Darlington said multiple times the morning of the event when they brought him up to the desk. He said the cop attached himself to Scottie's car multiple times, or latched or attached himself. He kept saying that. I'm like, wait, why was Scottie driving 400 miles an hour, right outside the gate? No, Scottie was creeping along, turning into the gate of the golf course in a marked courtesy car, and the guy you could see the guy was pissed early on and jumped. Did he hit his car with his flashlight, or was that his arm?
I think it was his arm. I don't know, but could you imagine?
Probably.
Bashes in Scottie Scheffler's windshield?
That'll make you jump. That'll make me jump, hit the brakes or the gas. I'm glad Scottie didn't react, and all of a sudden hit the gas and take off.
Imagine that thing shatters.
Oh man!
And then Scottie gets dragged out.
Yeah, glass on his face,
Now I know there's a lot of people watching there, you should see what happened to me. I wish there was a camera on a telephone pole across the street from my situation. And I think as the years roll on and as we see more and more, which is why the body cam became such an important part of this thing, so that some people who have been telling these stories for years that have never been believed by people who have no idea or no interactions in these particular situations could find out, there are some cops that aren't necessarily by the book, that aren't necessarily here to protect and serve. There are some cops who potentially have an axe to grind with society because of how things worked out for them before they became a cop. Not all cops. We're not saying that. And that has to be remembered on both sides. There's a lot of people that in our comments, whenever we first mentioned about the high horsing that was happening down there, that just say people say fuck cops. And it's we have friends that are cops that legitimately are just looking to help society. That is what they sign up for. It is an incredibly dangerous job. You have no idea if you're going to return. You watch a couple of those live PD episodes, even the most easy, convenient looking traffic stop can turn into a war zone literally out of nowhere. Need cops. We're appreciative of cops. But these cops also exist. And these situations also happen. And hopefully with Scottie Scheffler being the number one golfer in the world, it can bring even more spotlight on it. And hopefully in the future, cops like this, allegedly from what we've seen and what we heard, are a little bit more scared to do this because they're going to get publicly killed like this guy is going to get, I would assume, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, so I watched the press conference they had down there, and why did they say multiple times that they don't have any video of the initial interaction between Scottie and the cop? They just mean they don't have body cam footage, but we have that. Didn't they put that out?
Yeah, so I would assume, this is just from watching Dateline documentaries.
Okay.
Anytime anything happens, right, they scan the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, was your Ring camera on at this time? We need the footage. So I would assume that the Louisville police and detectives, because this is a felony against a cop, So I assume they looked into this and they scanned where the cameras were and they found this one on telephone pole. I would assume that is the case, just from the documentaries that we watched. Now, the initial thing was here where Scottie has said, and we know Scottie Scheffler to be a massive liar.
Start to finish he has.
That's what he is. Scottie Scheffler,
Oh, yeah.
massive liar. He said, I thought I was just following the directions that I was told. He said that numerous times. I thought I was doing what I was told. So what I'm assuming is when he's here, there's a conversation, whether it's with the guy that chased him down or the guy that chased him down is maybe next to the person that had it, where they go, it's Scottie Scheffler.
Oh, he's playing.
Yeah, you're Scottie.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was going 100 miles an hour there.
Yeah, a little too fast.
Wait, how come
he did not get dragged?
How come they didn't release the body cam footage?
What's that?
How come they didn't release the body cam footage?
Well, and that's the problem. Like, because they lied about all
There's
those
a lot of
things.
cops there, isn't there?
A lot of cops, yeah.
There was like 3 that come in here at the end.
Yep.
So everybody's body cam and audio is off?
Well, that's the thing. Like, they're liars now. No matter what, all those things in the police report are a lie, and now you can just assume. At least I assume now immediately. Like, oh, okay, so everything that this police department has said is complete bullshit.
See, that's the problem.
But no. In this situation, I'm not saying like everything forever.
But
I'm saying in this situation, and yes, then it opens the door to okay, what else could possibly have gone awry in the past where situations like this might have been handled, but it wasn't Scottie Scheffler, so it wasn't as big of a deal and kind of gets swept under the rug.
Yeah, it's
Are there other reports from other cops that detail him getting dragged, or is it just that cop's report?
I think it's just that cop's report, or maybe it was the other person that came in there. That I guess I shouldn't be answering things that I don't know, but I did see a bunch of other cops shaking Scottie's hand, going like, yeah.
Good luck today.
Yeah.
You get there.
And like after I got my public intoxication situation, there was some cops that maybe you're hanging out with at an event, having a couple beers, and they all seemingly came up like it was just you got the one guy.
Yeah.
And then they walk away, and I'm like, well, thanks
for hiring that guy.
What are the odds?
Yeah, of course. And when I got pulled over in Ohio, going on 70, like a week later or whatever, the cops were like, if you're a Buckeye, we just drove you home. Thanks. Where were you? I'd assume there's a lot of people on the Louisville Police Department that are incredibly embarrassed.
Absolutely.
By everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And the longer this goes, this is like how the Colts felt whenever they were doing the New England Patriots Deflategate, when the Colts were like, yo, can we shut this down? Every time it gets brought up, we get reminded we lost by 30 in the AFC Championship game, or we got killed in the AFC Championship game. Nobody's fault, obviously, the entire team's fault. I'm not saying one person took blame, but every time that Deflategate thing that went on for 2.5 years was brought up, it was like, doesn't matter, that Colts team got killed. It's like, can we just move on?
Yeah.
Every other police department member down there is like, can we...
Why don't they drop the charges now? What are we doing?
Well, the mayor coming out and being like, nah, we're going to continue with it. Makes me wonder, okay? Mayor from New York, graduated from Harvard Law, went to Michigan, then graduated from Harvard Law. Also, one of the owners of Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW.
Okay.
What? Buzz Backlund's promotion?
Yeah, Buzz Backlund. So obviously,
Whoa.
we did a little research on the mayor this morning to learn about him, to try to see, which way this could potentially go, if anything he's done in the past. And he's kind of followed through his read, like, ooh, maybe. And then you find out he owns OVW and Ohio Valley Wrestling, which is the school or the promotion down there in Louisville that used to be like the actual NXT, pretty much what is now for the WWE. You're talking John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Batista, Shelton Benjamin went through down there, trained down there. Did I say Randy Orton already?
No.
Randy Orton down there. Yeah, like everybody
Legends.
basically went through OVW. Then as the wrestling business changed, it's still around, still doing promotion, but it's not necessarily the this guy has bought it now, and the mayor is part owner of OVW.
So
then you start thinking to yourself, like, all right, so does he want this process to go, like, what's his relationship like with the police department?
Yeah.
Like, does the mayor and the police department get along? Because there's some cities where I think we've heard that they are not necessarily on the same page for whatever reason, but whatever the necessary reason is. So then you think to yourself, this guy is in the wrestling business. If he doesn't get along with the police department, I wonder if he's like, we want to, every video we got, we would like, let's go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just like a wrestling angle, me thinking, but he owns a wrestling promotion. So I don't know if it's the right one or if he is trying to show respect to the police of his police department and saying, I believe in my guys, I trust my guys, this way, so it can go like so many different ways, but nonetheless, the mayor said, we're running with this thing.
But he made those comments this morning before these videos had come out too. Like, I wonder
he had to have seen these videos, right?
Yeah, you would think, but I mean, like, after this, anyone who is sane or no one is looking at this and being like, well, yeah, Scottie Scheffler was still in the wrong. Like, you'd think that the immense amount of public pressure, because if they don't drop it, like, they're just going to they're going to continue to kill the police department, that guy, and everything associated with this situation, because it's pretty cut and dry. It looks like he didn't do anything wrong.
I think he's even using a turn signal.
Yeah.
Like I think,
Blinkers on.
I think he's even using a term,
Right, probably.
signal. It's like
seatbelt on. So yeah, Scottie was doing everything. I guess what the cop can say, you can't see what happened behind the buses first, right before he turned in. But I'm sure. Well, the attorney's already said, "Hey, good luck. We're going to trial if this doesn't get dropped."
Yeah, the Scottie Scheffler side has said this is either getting dropped or we will fight this. There's no deal being negotiated here. And remember that attorney goes from bearded, disheveled to clean face.
Yeah.
In one tournament day. This case has changed this man.
It's changed.
So did
Scottie.
Scottie also, shaved because he's, got to be in front of a judge.
Did he really?
Yeah. Did someone send that in? Isn't Scottie shut?
Yeah, D-Bud sent
3rd.
that in. Yeah, it's not good.
Clean shaven on the course yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be in front of a judge, you have to.
No, you don't. I kept my hair. Everybody was telling me, like, yeah, I was wrong, but also, like, I'm just going to slick this thing back tight. It's going to look professional. Okay, let's just move along.
Well, how about a countersuit then? And sue them for damages because we know he's not the same golfer without the
Future
beard.
earnings.
Exactly.
He could.
Boom.
He could.
Psychological.
Anyways, the more things that come out, Foreplay Podcast just posted a video from Flushing It Golf, which is a United Kingdom news site. This is another angle of Scottie turning.
God, why is he driving so fast?
Yep. So I was trying to figure out whether or not he had.
Rewind it.
Go back.
Yeah, go back. Yeah, here it is. Does he have his turn signal on? He's going to on the far side of that bus on the left side of the screen. He'll be turning left here, coming on. Does the turn signal on? I thought
I didn't. From the other angle, I did not see it.
Yeah, I don't know. If he didn't have his turn signal on, add that on.
That could
Yeah.
be.
Yep, could see that.
You know what I mean? Add that
felony.
district attorney needs to add that on. So I would assume there's going to be more and more. And then Scottie said, "Wow, I'm going to jail. What the fuck?"
I think I'll make my tee time. Like he's going under 5 miles an hour. You would say, right, in that turn?
Yep.
And he seemingly stopped within 2 feet of that guy.
Getting dragged.
Trying to shatter his.
That had to shock. Imagine Scottie driving, just turned in, all of a sudden, bam! He hears the dude blast his windshield. That had to jolt him for a little bit.
6 a.m., 6:01 a.m. Little rainy.
Yeah.
Major championship.
Major, yeah. Hold on. He's 1/4 of it. Just had a baby. Just had a baby, and then you got a yellow jacket. Boom! Holy shit!
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the guy rolled down your window, and the guy reaches into his car at one point. I don't know. In a car, put it in park, trying to turn, and then he gets him out. It's like Scottie had to be so, and then he goes and shoots 5 under.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll continue to update everybody as more videos come out.